Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to fix the main menu problem in Rainbow Six 3 Raven Shield. This is the Steam version of the game, so I'll just launch into it just to show you what the problem is. Many of you know who play the game that when you launch into it, it doesn't display the main menu in full screen, and you can kind of see that on my display now. It's playing the video in a 640 by 480 box on my screen essentially. So you can see the video is really tiny, and on top of that, the main menu is also really tiny. And it doesn't matter if you have your graphics at a different resolution. I have mine set at 1080p at the moment. That doesn't affect the menu, sadly. So if you go into campaign and you start a campaign, the text is basically really hard to read on your screen. It's really tiny. If you load a plan and you go to the team page, the names are all really tiny. The weapon attachments are hard to read. The descriptions are hard to read. And if you go to the planning room, the map is just tiny and hard to use. And considering this is such a large part of the game, it's just really unpleasant that the menu displays at 640 by 480, but there is a way to fix it. So I'll just exit the game first. And what you want to do, if you have an nVidia card, I don't know if this works for AMD, but you want to go to the nVidia control panel. So you right click your desktop and click nVidia control panel. Then you go to display and adjust desktop size and position. Now here is where you can change the scaling options on your computer. At the moment I have it set to no scaling because my monitor is actually 1920 by 1200, so it's not 1080p, it's 16 by 10 as opposed to 16 by 9, which is 1080p. And I have it set on no scaling because I play quite a number of games at 1080p, or I like to play games at 1080p as opposed to 1200p, so that's why I have it set to no scaling. There's two other options for scaling modes, aspect ratio and full screen. What these will do are that they'll stretch the image to fit the screen. Aspect ratio won't override the aspect ratio of the game. So if you're playing a 4x3 game on a 16x10 monitor, it'll have black bars on either side of the screen. And full screen, it'll just stretch it to fill the entire display. So I'll show you what aspect ratio does. If I click that and click apply in the bottom right, it will say, do you want to keep these changes? I'll click yes, and I'll go back into Raven Shield. So as you can see, the video now plays full screen in 4x3. I'll just play it a little bit longer for you. You can see there's black bars on either side of the screen still, and there's black bars in the video, but that's the way they created it, so that's no big deal really. But as you can see now, the menu is full screen. It's much easier to see everything. I can click into my campaign again, and I can see everything perfectly. It's a lot easier to read the text. If I go to the team room, I can see all the names easier, I can see the attachments easily, read the descriptions easily. If I go to the planning, everything's just a lot easier to see. I can just pan around and I don't have to, lean forward looking at a tiny box on my screen. If I play the game, because it keeps the aspect ratio and because my game's settings are at 1080p, I have black bars on my screen, but that's fine. I actually like black bars on my screen when playing 1080p games. So that's that setting. The escape menu still shows in 640 by 480. So if I go to the options, it's still tiny, but for me, it's no big deal, right? You're not really in the escape menu for a lot of the game. So that's the aspect ratio setting, which I think, I mean, for me, I prefer that setting, but I'll show you the full screen setting anyway. If I change it to full screen and click apply, and then I want to keep the changes, I'll go back into Raven Shield. As you can see now, the video plays pretty much full screen on the display. It stretches the image horizontally as well slightly. There aren't any more black bars anymore, and the video is, yeah, pretty much full screen. But if I go to the menu now, it's also full screen edge to edge on my display. I can click into my campaign, and it's still really easy to read. Makes it a lot more enjoyable going through this part of the game with the planning and all that. Everything's basically full screen. If I click play, this is where it's a bit different for me personally, because I have it set at 1080p and my monitor's 1200p. The video is stretched slightly vertically. So for me, I wouldn't use this setting, but if you have a 16:9 monitor, then you can probably use the full screen scaling mode without any issue. So yeah, I hope this helps a lot of people. I know that it was really painful for me playing the first mission with a really tiny menu, so yeah, hope this helps.